Hey guys, Infected1 here, bringing you another video. This is going to be another one of my gold level videos, but I have something quite cool to show you at the end, so make sure you stay tuned for that. This video is a little long, so we're going to be just buzzing through it at ×2. I'm spawning down, Steph's apparently online. I'm spawning down here in the bottom left, and my opponent's spawning in the top left. I think I play this game pretty well. I make a really stupid mistake at the start, and in my scouting, he's obviously up here, and I come up here, and I think I stopped scouting just here, so I had no idea his nexus was in this top left hand corner, so you'll see pretty soon I'll say where his nexus, and I think he killed it, but I eventually find it. This guy's pretty cool. I've seen him on the ladder a couple of times. I think he's a low platinum or high gold, so we played a fair bit, and he has done some crazy stuff, like 10-10 gated me and void raided me from inside my base, which I scouted, so you never know what he's going to do. Right now we're just droning up. I'm moving into 14 pool 13 gas style, just for the lols pretty much. And here I think he's making a bit of a big mistake. See, where's the nexus? He makes a big mistake here. I think he constructs these two cannons. I don't actually know how much a cannon costs. 150. So there, he's just lost 300 minerals in the early game to Zerg, which is kind of a poor move. He's not getting his mass gates. I'm worried about some cheese here, so I do make a ton of Zerglings. Well, I will be making a ton of Zerglings, which is going to put me a bit behind in the drone probe count. Obviously I'm spreading out my overlords to try to get some early scouting. Just taking my expo nice and early. And see, at a point like this, I've just come in and I've seen the gateways, and I've seen him chrono boosting the cybernetics core. And right now I'm feeling pretty fine, so as soon as I see this, I know a big attack's coming, so I ideally want to make some Zerglings, but right now I'm pretty much free to drone. I tried to find a sweet spot where I could hit behind the cannons, but wasn't meant to be, and I just lost a ton of Zerglings instead, because I'm terrible. Obviously now, just droning up, macroing up. I'm getting an overseer just so I can start sneaking into the base and scouting pretty well, and I've gone for the layer tech to get my infestation pit. Once again, because I'm horrible, I'm going to make a second infestation pit later in the game when I meant to make a roach warren, but you can never be too careful. So right now, just macroing up, I see this force coming out here, and this immediately makes me take a couple of Zerglings, and I'm starting to get my infestors, and I've got those pathogen gland upgrades on the way. I was worried that this was going to be a push, like a kind of all-in strategy, so I did perhaps make too many lings, but since he's only just taking this natural, he is pretty far behind. Perhaps a mistake that I did do here is I do a good job of just containing him on these two bases, and I eventually take, here we go, I take my third here. Perhaps I could have just been more risky and taken the gold earlier, but that's something that comes with experience. I also make a huge mistake, and I pretty much just stopped making drones for a long time. I ain't get around about now. I just stopped mass making units, and I think this isn't too bad because I have massive map control. I'm isolating him to 2 bases, so soon these minerals are going to be running out, and I'm doing a lot of things right, and I'm going to have a far superior army for when he does move out. But at the same time, I really need to work on my just droning up in the mid to late game. So just getting these infestors, getting these Zerglings. I've not seen, I'm using these changes to scout, but I've not seen him going Templar, so right now I feel very comfortable in Zerglings. As soon as my opponent goes Templar, I will switch out because Storm just rapes Zerglings pretty much, as pretty much everyone knows. Here, dropping that second infestation pit, super important. And yeah, I'm just macroing pretty well. I'm not really spreading the creep because I've been hitting these lava injects pretty constantly. Only now have I got enough energy to start spreading. And here, as soon as I see him try to take a third, I just come out and engage. And I think this was a really big turning point in the matchup. Because now Protos has to expand. I mean, his minerals 250, 250, 250. Yep, this first base is pretty much done now. So Protos is going to have to move out and take a third, otherwise it's going to be a, I'd say, 2 base and 2 base, but I am slightly better. So he's taking down these rocks and he's going to start to move. And notice I split the 2 Zerglings up so I'm able to counter attack. If he comes down here, these Zerglings can swing in. If he goes this way, these Zerglings can swing in. So I notice the move out, and as soon as he comes to attack me, I do immediately flee. But he didn't follow me as much as I wanted him to, and he immediately came back up to this position, and then re-established this. So I want to kind of force him to keep his units down here, so I immediately send some more Zerglings up here just to fake him out. And then with his units as far as position as I can get them, straight away these Zerglings come in, and watch the probe count. 50 probes in right now. And I've noticed the High Templar dropping to 31, so 19 probes taken out. These sentries dealt with pretty well. I didn't get the last sentry, but no problem. And then we just went away. And from this I have a really good scout on his army. I saw the robo facility, and see he's got cannons here, so I'm just going to leave this. I saw the robo facility and I didn't know if he was going Colossi, so I did get the Neuroparasite. But now I know he's going for a really gateway intensive Zealot, Stalker Sentry, High Templar mix. And as soon as that happens, you got to get those roaches out, as they're just going to really rip through this army. And I think my army right now is, yeah, I'm actually heading the army, which is kind of cool. I thought I may be a little bit behind after losing all those Zerglings, but no worries. And at this point, I just remember, oh yeah, I can make Broodlords. And so, dropping the Spire, getting the Hive, that timing was pretty sick actually. And just teching up for a big final attack. I've got a habit now with the, I'm finally taking the gold, and I will eventually transfer these workers onto the gold. I have a habit of just planting my Broodlords in a place where I can fire onto a hatchery, luring the army out of position, and either sacking the Broodlords to do some like ling run by and get a lot of damage off there, or if he goes for an all-in base trading situation, I can just deal with the attacking forces with my other army, my Roaches and Festers, or if I feel like I'm not too confident, I will pull back my Broodlords to join the battle. So here I see him moving out, and he, as soon as he does, I bring my units down just to a more defensive position where I can defend down this choke. And the Broodlords are inbound. He's finally scouted my gold, but he also scouts the Broodlords with this observer. He makes way more observers than most Protoss would generally make. And this is just pretty much the end game here. Because he sees the Broodlords, he has to move out. I do get these roaches up here for a kind of defensive position, and he quickly takes my gold expo. This is the advantage of having these expos, so it really slowed down his army, so that he wasn't going into my main. And because he's A moving, he's just spending a lot of time on these eggs and lava. And here I'm just able to easily clean it up. These Templar are doing nothing against these roaches. He feeds back some infestors, but it's a good game. So that's this game, and I'll really quickly show you the big news. Thanks to that, I have finally made... Oh no, someone beat me! Well, I had made #1 gold, but apparently this guy's playing right now. Ah well, no worries. I'll see you soon guys, thanks for watching.